everyone, it's me Z from My Beauty Diary Addict. I know I haven't been on here in my longest time, but I'm back with a new tutorial. So today will be more on this eyeshadow look. So if you want to know how I create this eye look, please do continue watching. So as usual, I did my brows off camera, and for today I'm going to use two palettes from Violet Voss. One is the Flamingo and one is the Holy Grail palette. For eyeshadow base, I'm going to use Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas in the tone Create. I'm going to use my blending fluffy brush to buff it out on top of my lid using a soft light hand. Always remember that with this product, you always need to use a little and it goes along the way. The more product you use, the more your crease tend to have a lot of creases. Buff this out to on top of the lid, on top of the crease where you clean your brows. As well, bring it to the outer part of the eyes. That's what I always do, so that when I blend, I can blend seamlessly to the outer parts as well. Once done, always make sure that you go back and see if you have any creases and smooth out so that you have a very smooth canvas. First, I'm going to use my Flamingo palette and dip into the color Sandals. Using my Morphe M506 brush, I'm just going to place them on top of my lid and just packing it on, building the colors along the way. I'm not going to worry about blending them out just yet. What I've learned so far that when I pack the dark color first on top of the crease, it blends beautifully to the light color, and I always look down to avoid any creases along the way. If you have very little lid space like I do, I'm not sure what type of eye I have, it may be round and hooded, I'm not sure. If you know, please do comment down below, I'm dying to know. As I was saying, if you have little lid space like I do, this is the best way to blend your eyeshadow. Before moving on to the next color, I'm taking Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth Powder. Using a fluffy brush, I'm just going to set them right below my brows so that when I blend the other colors, it blends beautifully. Next, I'm going to dip into the color Popsicle. Using the same Morphe M506 brush, I'm just going to buff out the edges from the color Sandals so that we don't have any harsh lines. Make sure to not blend the color way high up because I want to keep that little space under the brows for another transition color. Always remember during blending, you want to use a very light hand. You don't want to poke your eye when blending. This is because you want a very smooth blend. After blending the second color, it is normal to see the first color seems as if it's washed off. Just go back to the first color that we dip into and blend them out again so that we can see it pops even more. Next, I'm going to dip into the color Lemonade, which is the yellow in this palette. Not changing any brushes here, I'm still using my M506 brush and I'm just going to blend it out just above the color Popsicle and bring it high up to my brow. Why I'm doing this, it's because it gives me the illusion that I have a lot more lid space than I actually have. I forgot to mention to you guys, when doing eyeshadow or making any eyeshadow looks, make sure you build the colors along the way to have a smooth blend. Always go back and forth in between colors so that we don't lose any color transition or any colors that we put on along the way. Next, going into the Holy Grail palette and dip into the color Teddy Bear. Using another brush which is Morphe M507, it is the same as M506, only slightly tapered, and I'm just going to put it right above and below the popsicle ends and to give depth to my eye. As usual, I'm just going to build the colors along the way. I'm not going to put too much at once because I don't want to have any muddiness. I just want to give this look a good depth when I cut the crease. Now that I'm done, I want my canvas to be smooth again when I cut. I'm just going to take my Garnier Micellar Water and I'm just going to wipe them off with a Q-tip. To make sure that I have the depth that I want, I'm just going to go back in the color Teddy Bear and I'm just going to blend it right above the area that we just cleaned. It's okay if it gets messy, we can just go back and clean it up again. Using the same cut crease canvas, I'm going to cut my crease using a small round brush to have a smooth edge of cut crease, and then I'm just going to smooth it out with my Sigma E75 brush. To smooth out on the outer V of my cut crease, I'm just taking my M507 and using the excess product and just buff out the edges. If you feel like you need a little bit more product, you can just dip a little back in the palette and just buff it out. To set my cut crease, I'm going to start off with the inner corner, taking the color Lemonade and pat them on lightly on the first part. Make sure to set the corners as well, as this will avoid any creases. Don't worry about blending it just yet because we want to make sure that everything is set in place. Next, we're going to take the color Popsicle and just place them right beside the color Lemonade. I totally forgot to mention on the brushes. On Lemonade, I use a round flat eyeshadow brush, and for this, I use a small fluff brush. As for the final color for my cut crease, I'm going to dip in the color Flamingos in my Flamingo palette. And using a clean fluff brush, I'm just going to pack it right beside the color Lemonade. I forgot to record another part where at the end, I just buff out everything so that we don't have any rough edges. You can stop right here, but I'm taking NYX Matte Liquid Liner. And I'm just going to do a very sharp wing for this because it gives more definition to the eye. To enhance my look, I'm going to use Stila Glitter and Glow. This is in Fire Sunset. And I'm just going to line my cut crease as well as above my eyeliner. This is just to give a pop of glitter to this eye. A great tip on this when doing this, make sure to use a little at a time. You don't want to overlay it as much because you don't want to smudge it off. Make sure to let it dry first before you put it on another layer. Now this eye is done, I'm going to take off my tape and do the other side of the eye off camera. Since I'm doing this for Instagram as well, I've decided to have a little fun with it. With my face, I'm not going to go in-depth tutorial, but if you want to know, you can comment down below. To prep my face, I'm going to use Gerard Cosmetic's Confidence in the Cream Moisturizer. For primer, I'm going to use Smashbox Prime Water. I don't know what this is called because I haven't been using this in a very long time, but this is so good. Once everything is set, I do my face as usual. I did put another primer on my face off camera. Like I said, I don't want this video to be too long, so I did not do in-depth face tutorial. But if you want to know, just comment down below and I'll do it on my next video. So I'm just going to go ahead and do what I usually do, which is contour highlight. This is usually would be my favorite part. And then I'm going to start contouring my face. I'm using Hoola bronzer for this. Hoola bronzer has been my favorite bronzer. To have that soft contour, I'm just going to brush it lightly on the nose with a blending brush because it gives you a more beautiful effect. For bottom waterline, I'm going to use Sorme Crayon Highlight. We're going to use the same color as we use on the top lid. I'm going to first start off with the color Lemonade. And then using the color Popsicle, I'm just going to blend it lightly on top of the color Lemonade. Then taking the color Sandals and put it right above the color Lemonade and blending it out and smoke everything out together. For inner corner highlight, I'm going to take Pineapple in the Flamingo palette, spray it with prime water and dab it in the inner corner of my eyes. Lashes for today, I'm going to use Coffee Talk lashes from Instagram. Please do keep in mind that these lashes are vegan, cruelty-free, as well as super lightweight. If you want to know more about this brand or want to purchase, I will put their Instagram link down below. That's all for eyeshadow tutorial of the day. I'll be back with the whole look. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoy watching this tutorial. This is super easy, super simple. If you want to know more of in-depth tutorial of other things, just comment down below or any suggestion. And also don't forget to follow me on all my social media links that I will link down below. Bye guys!